There's a new picture book making its way into the world, and it's asking a question every child deserves to explore. Who am I, really? For one girl, the answer lives in her family's memories, the story behind her own story. The title of the book is called This Is Who I Am, and it's a celebration of heritage, belonging, and the beautiful complexity of growing up between cultures. Let's welcome children's book author. We have Rashmi Surdeshpande. Good to have you, Rashmi. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes, I wanted to ask, you started as an attorney and now you write award-winning books for children. So what called you to make that leap and that transition?
So I actually loved being a corporate attorney. I love my job, but I was looking for something more flexible and creative and something that gave me a sense of purpose. And I really feel like I found that in writing books for children.
And tell us about your book, This Is Who I Am. What's at the heart of this story?
So this book is a picture book, which is beautifully illustrated by an Indian artist called Ruchi Masane, and it is the most personal thing I've ever written. It is my story as the child of immigrants. It's the story of my parents, and at its heart is this idea that we are so many things, a mix of so many things that make up our identity. And that is something that we should be 100% proud of. It is a celebration of identity and belonging.
Yeah, and what inspired you to write this particular book?
So the idea suddenly came to me actually on a family holiday in Rajasthan, India. And I was thinking about how I grew up as this child of immigrants, how my children are growing up as now third and second generation immigrants because my husband's a first generation immigrant to the UK. And I really want my kids to grow up embracing every single aspect of their identity because I grew up as a diaspora kid. And I love the fact that I have these different elements to my identity. And I want children everywhere to have that, no matter what their background, who they are, where they or their families are from, or what
Yeah.
places they call home. I just want them to grow up feeling proud of who they are. I think every child deserves that.
Yeah, and I think too, like you mentioned, showing that diversity in their identity, coming from different cultures and allowing kids to explore that and learn about that. So how does this book, in your perspective, invite children to explore their own family history and the moments that made them who they are?
Well, it's really interesting. Children have this amazing sense of empathy, right? And it grows with every single book they read. And I've seen that even when I share this story with children from all kinds of backgrounds and cultures, no matter who they are, they really connect with it. They connect with this idea that there are so many things that make up our identity, everything from the places our parents, maybe from other family members, the places we've called home, the people we love, the people who love us, the things we like to do, historical figures that might have inspired us. All of those things make us who we are. And when children read this book, they connect with the story and they start thinking about what makes them who they are. And they start
Yeah.
pulling out all of these things and celebrating them. And I love that. It's the most incredible thing as an author or as an illustrator, seeing that response from children.
Yeah. And there's also a thoughtful guide for parents and teachers in the book. How does that help adults share the story with the little ones in their lives?
Yes, there's a guide at the back from a licensed psychologist talking about self-worth and self-love and identity. And again, it's just so important that children grow up with that no matter where they're from, who they are. And this guide encourages parents to help children look at their identity in that way and really celebrate and embrace it fully. So I'm really happy that we have that guide at the back,
Yeah.
along with the author note, which talks a little bit about my background and an invitation to children to think about their own and again, just fully embrace who they are, be 100% proud of everything that makes them who they are.
Yes, I think it's so important that kids check out your books, families check out your books. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information, but I appreciate you joining us today. And to our viewers, for the book, This Is Who I Am, it celebrates two worlds, one beautiful story. You can find out more by heading to rashmisurdeshpande.com.